Hi team, I thought I'd share with you a bit of an upper body burner. So we're going to be working primarily into our shoulders here. We're going to do also some work into our back, working into our arms and a little bit into our chest. I'm going to try to keep it to 15 minutes, guessing it's probably going to go to about 20, but you'll soon find out. Now I'd like you to start actually standing up. I'm going to do this from my knees just so that I can fit into the camera angle today. But if you're standing up or on your knees if you prefer, that's absolutely fine. We're just going to start with a little bit of a warm-up. So all of the exercises today, the only prop that you'll need is a TheraBand. So we're going to start just by warming up at the shoulders, holding the band a decent distance apart. We're just going to bring that band over and back. So really just warming up the shoulders, getting a little bit of rotation into the joints. I want you to think about keeping that core engaged as well. So we don't want to be sticking out the stomach or sticking out the chest. We're really keeping everything else stable, just working into mobilizing the shoulders. Excellent. All right, we're going to hold the next one up and we're just going to stretch over to one side, keeping that torso square. And then over to the other side. And one more each side. And exhaling back up. All right, now I want you to keep the chest broad while we're doing these ones. We're going to come into some pull aparts to warm up the front of the shoulders and the chest. Holding that TheraBand out in front about chest height. We're going to take a big inhale, exhale as we pull it apart. Inhale as we close. Now to make it more challenging, you can hold further closer together with your hands. To make it a little bit easier, just hold your hands a little bit further apart so that you don't have to pull the band out quite as much. It'll all depend on the type of band that you've got as well as to how much tension you've got there. So just keep a soft bend at the elbows while you're doing this. We don't want to lock out at those joints. And making sure that you're gently drawing those shoulders back and down, not lifting them up to your ears either. We don't want any tension in the neck. All right, we're just going to do 3 more here. 2. And last one. And coming back in, giving those shoulders a little bit of a roll. Okay, now we're going to bring one hand onto our hip, putting the TheraBand onto the hip as well. So we're holding it in place with the heel of our hand. Bringing the other hand up to our shoulder. We're going to exhale as we press out to the side. Inhale back to center. Just about shoulder height. The palm is pressing away from us on the exhale. So pressing out to the side and releasing. Excellent. Exhale to press. 5 more. Keeping that chest nice and broad. Tension is out of the neck. 2. And the last one here. Swapping straight over to the other side. So popping that band onto the other hip. Palm is pressing away from you. Exhale to press. Inhale, return. So making sure that those shoulders are still level. The core is engaged and that chest is nice and broad. Exhale to press, inhale to return. Excellent. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right, giving those shoulders another bit of a roll. All right, so most of you are still standing up for this. So since you are, we're going to now just pop that band underneath your feet. And we're going to cross that band over. This will give you a bit more range. Now I want you to keep a soft bend at your knees. We're working into some rows here. So I want you to keep that chest broad, gently squeezing between those shoulder blades. All right, we're going to take a big inhale, making sure those shoulders are rolled back. Exhale into the row, inhale to release. So we want to have that torso about parallel to the ground. Really squeezing in between those shoulder blades, making sure that you're holding the tension out of your neck. Sticking the bottom back, glutes are engaged, core is engaged. Big squeeze between those shoulder blades. Excellent. All right, we're going to do 4 more of these. 3, 2, and the last one. All right, releasing that band, coming back to face the front. Now we're just going to wrap the band around behind us, around about chest height. We're going to hold the band. We're going to be pressing forward now. So we're going to have our palms facing forward. We're going to exhale to press, inhale to release. Now with this one, we want to make sure that those shoulders aren't rounding forward. So as we press, we're not rounding the shoulders. We're keeping the shoulders back, gently drawing those shoulder blades together. It's like a push-up, but in the air. So we're working a little bit into our chest here. So from the side, we've still got that shoulders rolled back and down. Core is engaged. So you can be kneeling or standing up for this one. Excellent. Big press. Exhale, press. Excellent. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Coming back in, and let's just give those shoulders a bit of a roll, interlocking the hands behind the back, giving that chest a bit of a stretch. Just nod your chin to your chest here, and then let's just roll a little bit from side to side, just giving that neck a bit of a release there as well. All right, so you're probably standing up. If you're not, we're going to come into an all fours position. If you are, you get to take a nice roll down here. So soft bend at the knees, rolling down the spine, feeling that release between each vertebra as you roll down. When your hands reach the mat, walking out into an all fours position. Make sure that your knees are underneath your hip and your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Here what we're going to do is put the band so that one end of the band is underneath the heel of our right hand. We're going to hold the rest of the band with our left hand, and we're going to do some drawbacks. Now we really want to engage the core here. Make sure that those hips stay pointing downwards and the weight is centered. We're going to exhale as we draw the straight arm back. Inhale as we release. Exhale to press. Inhale to release. Now we don't want to be touching the ground each time we release. We do want to make sure that we're really keeping that core really strongly engaged. Excellent. All right, we're just going to do 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right, now we're going to swap sides. So really keeping that core strongly engaged. Make sure the hips stay pointing downwards. Now we've got the TheraBand in our right hand. Right arm is long. Exhale to draw back. Inhale down. The palm is facing behind us and up. Exhale to press. Inhale, release. So this is also being felt all the way down into our obliques as well as our lats. I want you to make sure that chest stays broad, the core stays engaged. You'll feel it down the back of your arm as well. Try to make sure that there's no tension in your neck. Three more now. And last one. And releasing. Coming back to the original side, we're going to turn that into a tricep extension now. All right. So actually what we might do is just give those wrists a little bit of a roll. We're going to alternate first and come into our bicep curls. So let's just kneel on the TheraBand. Try to have an even portion of the TheraBand on each side. And we're going to come into some bicep curls just to give those wrists a rest. Elbows are locked in by your side. Chest is broad, shoulders are down. Exhale to curl, inhale, release. Now we want to make sure that those elbows aren't moving forwards and backwards. We also want to make sure that we're sitting up nice and tall and keeping those shoulders drawing back. We don't want to be rounding the shoulders. Now, if you want to make this more challenging, you can lift your elbows up, but just make sure that they're not moving up and down. Okay, so from the side, keep on going. From the side, your elbows will be nice and still. Your palms are facing up. Exhale to curl, inhale, release. All right, now we're going to do 6 on the right, single arm. 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 on the left, 6, 5, 4, keeping that chest broad, 3, 2, last one here. Now double arms, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, resting down, giving the shoulders a roll. Now we're going to come back into that all fours position, into our tricep kickbacks. So heel of the right hand is holding that band down now, making sure again your core is engaged. Elbow is locked in beside your waist. This time we're extending and bending at the elbow. So exhale to press, inhale to bend. Make sure your hips are pointing downwards here. That core is strongly engaged to keep you nice and stable. Exhale to press, halfway, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right, swapping sides. So heel of the left hand is holding that band now. Your right elbow is locked in at your right waist, and it's an exhale to press, inhale to bend, making sure that that elbow doesn't move. Palm is facing behind you. Keeping that torso nice and secure. Excellent, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right, giving those wrists a little bit of a roll. Let's come into a bit of a tricep stretch here as well. So bringing one arm up and overhead. And swapping sides. Excellent. All right, now we're going to sit down. We're going to bring our legs out in front. Now, if it's not comfortable to have your legs straight, you can bend them up. You can even turn them out a little bit if that's more comfortable for your hips. We're going to come into some rows, working into our back again. So I want you to put the band around both feet, and then we're going to cross that band over. Now, the closer to your feet that you hold the band, the more challenging this will be. We're sitting up nice and tall, rolling those shoulders back, core is engaged, and that chest will stay broad. We're going to exhale as we row back, inhale to release. Now the spine doesn't change position, the torso doesn't move, the whole body is stable, the shoulders don't lift, and we're not holding any tension in our neck. We're really squeezing between those shoulder blades and releasing. Now we're going to do these nice and slowly. I want you to hold each time you row back for 4, 3, 2, 1, and releasing. Holding back for 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Holding back for 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Holding back, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. 2 more like this. Holding back for 4, 3, 2, 1, and releasing. Holding back for 4, 3, 2, 1, and releasing. All right, giving those shoulders a little bit of a roll. Reaching down. We're going to keep the band now just around the arch of your left foot, holding it in the right hand. So opposite foot to arm is holding. We're going to do some single arm rows. I want you to keep your torso facing the front, so we're not adding a rotation. We're keeping that core strongly engaged. The other hand can just be on the floor or on your hip. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling back into the row, inhale to release. Really focusing on that squeeze at the end. Really feeling that between your shoulder blades. Now you can just keep this nice and narrow, or to make it more challenging, you can lift that arm up. Totally up to you, just as long as you're not feeling any tension in your neck or lower back. We're really working into the mid back here. Excellent. 4 more. 3, 2, last one, and then having a little release. Now we're going to stay on that side, just give your hand a little bit of a shake if you like. We're going to add in a rotation this time. So we're going to start working into our obliques. So really strongly engaging that core, drawing the belly button in towards your spine. Your other arm, your left arm, will come out to the side. We're going to exhale as we twist. Inhale back to center. We're just doing 10 of these in total. Don't lift your shoulders, keeping them even. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one there. All right, swapping straight to the other side. So this time, remember, we're keeping that torso square to the front. Shoulders are rolled back, gentle squeeze between the shoulder blades. Exhale to row, inhale, release. Make sure that the body is nice and stable and those shoulders aren't lifting. No tension to be held in the neck. Draw it all down into your core. Excellent. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Having a little rest, and then we're going to add in those rotations. So bringing your right arm out to the side. Exhale, inhale, just 10 of these. 6, 5, 4, 3, squeezing the core, 2, last one here, and resting. All right, taking that band off. Now you might want to just reach for your toes, rounding the back, nod the chin to your chest, and just give the neck a little roll as well. Just releasing the tension. Nice slow movements. All right, we're going to finish off with a real shoulder burner now. So you can either stay sitting down, you can have your legs crossed, you can sit up on your knees, or you can even stand. We're going to bring our arms out to our side, keeping those palms facing down. Keeping those hands up, we're going to do little circles forwards. Little circles. Excellent. I want you to really make sure that you're not holding any tension in your neck. We want to keep those shoulders down away from the ears. Now we're going to go backwards with those circles. Excellent. Keeping those arms up, make sure that they stay at shoulder height. That's the most important thing here. All right, now we're going to bend the elbows. Hands come in, out, out. Excellent. Hopefully those shoulders are starting to feel a little bit of a burn. Make sure that they stay at shoulder height. That's the most important thing, keeping those arms up. All right, extending them out now, palms face up, lift, palms face down, lower. Only returning to shoulder height, no lower. Excellent. All right, looking good. Now we're going to go forwards, palms face forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. We could keep going all day, couldn't we? And feel free to after this video is done. All right, we're just going to do a couple more. Last one here, then we're going to hold those arms out, palms face up, down, up, down, up, down. Nearly finished. Keeping those arms up. Excellent. All right, palms face down, hold. 20 seconds and then you are finished. Keep holding, make sure you're not holding the tension in your neck here. All right, we're just gonna hold for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Rolling the shoulders back. Now make sure you give yourself a nice neck stretch. Let's just stretch out the shoulders, stretching over to one side, over to the other side, interlocking the hands behind your back. Excellent. Well done, guys. I'll catch you later.